Students across the nation have been participating in an online trend using the app TikTok, where they steal and vandalize school property. This trend is forcing school officials to take action. School officials have been dealing with the online trend since the beginning of the school year, costing thousands of dollars in damage.
The very first incident was just some paper towels and toilet paper being taken or unrolled from the bathroom stalls. Just a single paper towel dispenser might be $150 to $300 each, and so by the time you get into 6, 8, or 10 of those items, you can get into the thousands of dollars with any individual vandalism event.
They changed all of our lighting in our building over the summer, and so they went to LED lights. And there's been these cords that have hung down about 5 inches from the ceiling, and one student jumped up and grabbed the cord and pulled the whole motherboard out of one of our restrooms. We did consider that a devious lick.
School administrators and resource officers hope that the challenge will diminish as the year continues.
Well, it was a multitude of incidents. It happened pretty much all in one day. As far as the initial incident, we had one of the restrooms on the 3rd floor of the boys' restrooms. The doors were taken off its hinges. When everything started happening, it was just a floodgate.
We'll go days with nothing, and then all of a sudden we'll have a couple pretty big things. Like, we're still having vandalism in our bathrooms. I mean, I'd like to say that we've had less here, but then you say that and then kids come back this week and we have something major happen. You feel like you're moving away from something like this, and then all of a sudden you'll have an upswing of things that happen.
When a student commits an act of vandalism or stealing, it becomes a situation where discipline falls under very specific district guidelines.
In our Missouri Safe Schools Act, property damage first is a Safe Schools Act violation, which could end up, if that student is found to be guilty or even charged, that student is out of the school until that case is taken care of.
Something that we are dedicated and focused on here is not just addressing the issue or the poor behavior, but making sure that the student understands that there's a monetary or economic impact of their actions. So we are having any student that we find that's done vandalism or that's taken anything, they are having to provide restitution, which is just a fancy way of saying they have to pay for what they've done.
The message has gone out to all students about the consequences if they participate, despite the minority still taking part.
The students here at Jeff City High School understand that this is a ridiculous thing. If they do any of these things, that they could very well be criminally charged and have serious repercussions.
Just this week, a wireless computer component was stolen from our very own broadcasting classroom. A suspect has been identified, with the incident under investigation by Officer Mays and the JCHS administration. At this time, it is unclear whether it is related to the current DV Slicks trend. Reporting for Nichols Student News, I'm Emily Page with videographer Morgan Day.